Hello and welcome to Smith Shot Films. Is the Insta360 One X2 Waterproof? Well, the short answer is yes, but you're going to have to watch the rest of the video to find out the critical steps you need to take before you put your precious camera anywhere near water. So like I said, the One X2 is waterproof up to 10 meters, which is 33 feet. But there's certain conditions that apply. Number one, you want to make sure that the USB cover and the battery are completely closed, because these two pieces have a little seal on them. If I can get it up, come off, open up. Why? As you can see, the seal works really well. Okay. So right here where you connect the USB into it to charge, water can get into here, and there's little rubber gaskets around this. So you have to make sure that this thing is completely closed on here, else it is not waterproof. And there's a little yellow indicator when it is not completely closed that kind of pops up inside of there. And if you see any of that yellow, that means that the hatch is not completely closed. So you have to make sure that it's completely closed. The other potential problem area is this battery, right? So around it, there is a waterproof seal as well, and the memory card goes in there where the writing is facing towards the touch screen. So you put the memory card in, and then you put in the battery, push it and snap. And you have to make sure that it is completely closed, because if there's anything showing, any of the yellow or orangish indicator showing, that means that it's not completely closed. So make sure you completely close it. That seals it off all the way. So it's also a good idea to lock this touch screen also, so that it doesn't accidentally trigger any of the functions. And once you lock the touch screen, you can also use this power/function button on the side to change to the different features. Now, when you use the One X2 in water, if you want to make a 360 video where you can move completely around, then you're going to want to use the dive case accessory. The dive case accessory has special lenses on it that allow it to compensate for the distortion in the water. Also, these two lenses on here, they have a blind spot in between where the two lenses don't meet, and you'll get some weird stitching effects once you are shooting 360 video underwater if you don't have the dive case on. Now, if you are just doing ultra wide angle and you want to be able to reposition the camera angle, anything like that, you don't need a dive case. You can use the premium lens case, and if you don't know about this premium lens protector, if you don't know about this premium lens protector, check out the video at the end of this video or click the link above, and I go into a deep dive on the lens protector. But it's very important, it's very good. When you go to the beach, there's lots of sand, rocks, things like that that can scratch these lenses, and you don't want to be really sad about having to replace your camera. But like I said, you can use it underwater for the ultra wide shot. You can reposition the camera angles underwater. It's just if you do the 360 degree video, then you need the dive case. Okay, so after you've shot your video in the water or in your wet location, you're gonna want to make sure that you dry the camera completely. And sometimes it's also a good idea to just let it dry naturally, because what I've noticed is that there's a little hole here for sound, and the little microphone holes will get water in them. So when you try to record after you've been in the water, you will get muffled sound on your camera. So you want to make sure that that dries out completely. It's kind of hard to get into it with any kind of cloth or anything to get it clean. So what you can do is just kind of like shake all the water out of it, or also just kind of let it air dry. But do not use a hair dryer on it, because there's a very sensitive membrane underneath in that little microphone hole, waterproof membrane, that you can damage if you put heat on it. Also, if you are in salt water, like the beach, in the ocean, when you get done with your shot, you want to soak your camera in fresh water for 15 minutes. This is something that I really didn't know, but what I found out is that the salt water can corrode the gaskets that go around the battery and the USB lock, and over time that will allow water to get in and damage your camera. So take it out of the beach water, the salt water, when it's been in salt water, soak it in fresh water for 15 minutes. That's going to clear out all the salt, and then dry it properly. Let it air dry for a minute before you use it again. Or if you do use it again, just know that your sound is probably going to be a little weird and a little muffled. So if you don't already have this camera, there are some links in the description that you can use. And if you use those links, you will support this channel, and also you'll get a free selfie stick, which is this part right here, not this part, but the selfie stick, which happens to line up perfectly with the blind spot for these two camera lenses. Therefore, it disappears in all of your shots, in all your stills and your video. So make sure you check out those links in the description. Okay, so you went to the beach, you went to the ocean, and you took all this great footage using your Insta360 One X2 and the extension rod, and now you're back. You've uploaded your footage to your computer or your mobile device, and you're trying to edit it, and you notice that it is got this nasty blue-green color to everything that's underwater. They have a solution. It's in the app. It's called Aquavision 2.0, and basically that's a color correction system that will take out all of that ucky blue-green and correct for it, because water naturally absorbs more light in the red spectrum, and it makes the footage that you get look weirdly green or blue. So make sure you check that out. It's called Aquavision 2.0. It is part of the Insta360 app, which you will use to edit the footage once you have shot your film. Okay, so now you've had your question answered. Is the Insta360 One X2 waterproof? Yes, under certain conditions. I sound like a lawyer, right? Yes, if, maybe. But it's very important that you follow those directions in this video, because you can really damage your camera, and you don't want to do that, and you have to replace it. But that is it for me, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and if you got some value out of this video, if you learned something new, then please hit that like button. That helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay creative.